now at 6.
You know, sometimes your neighbors know you best, and that goes for a former president. Just ahead, we're going to talk to Gene Davis. He is a guy that lives right across the street from the Carters, and he has incredible memories and stories to share.
Just to see the house going up in flames was just terrible.
A Warner Robins house fire leaving a family to rebuild. We'll share how the community is rallying around them.
She does it because it brings her joy.
Just like the male, kindness can go a long way. The tale of an unlikely friendship bonded by cards and kindness in a story that comes straight from the heart. 13 WMAZ News at 6 starts now. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Lori Johnson.
And I'm Frank Malloy. The world sending love and prayers to former President Jimmy Carter after his decision to enter hospice care over the weekend.
Suzanne Lawler joins us live in Plains tonight and shares the touching story of one neighbor caring for another.
Let me tell you, folks around here, they call him Jimmy or Mr. Jimmy, sometimes in a formal occasion. And let me tell you, about 6 months to a year ago, you would see him here, sometimes in a golf cart. A few years back from that, on his bicycle, he just bicycle around. Gene Davis lives across the street from the Carters. To these guys, they're like family. And with family, sometimes you laugh with them, and sometimes you grieve with them.
He said, "Joe's Pool Room, 8 Ball speaking."
When Gene Davis's son wasn't much older than this, that's how he answered the phone. President Carter was on the other end of the line.
He said, "Hello, 8 Ball, can I speak to Bonnie?"
And that's how former President Carter answered, quick to go along with a joke.
He's probably one of the most personable, helpful people you'd ever meet in this world.
Gene is emotional, with every right. His wife Bonnie cut the Carters' hair for years.
They love my wife.
Gene lives right across the street from the Carters' property, but the families shared a lot more than a street address.
Her and Jimmy had cancer basically at the same time.
And for a time, they beat it at the same time too. But the disease took Bonnie 3 months ago. And now, Gene has special photos, this one of Bonnie on Air Force One, and letters handwritten from President Carter, like this one to Bonnie that says, "I missed getting a hug from you."
So I posted on Facebook and somebody said, "She'll probably be getting it soon."
You know, Gene said the Carters loved his wife. Well, the Carters love Gene too. I'm going to put money on that bet. Let me tell you a couple of things that were going on today. This was planned, but they had downtown blocked off to driving traffic, and that's because they painted new parking lines on the concrete. And a lot of folks that come to town that aren't locals, they say, "What are these big peanut trucks going around?" Well, it's peanut drying season, so they're moving a lot of peanuts right now. So folks are like, "Oh, that's very Plains." Frank, Lori, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Suzanne. And like Suzanne said, Plains really cares for President Carter, and he cares for the town.